What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with hot topics, you guys. So these are going to be the week's hottest topics for the week of November the 19th through November the 25th, you guys. Wow, December is right around the corner. So before we just go ahead and get into these topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to do me a big solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your posts and notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that, you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let's talk about what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So the first things first. I hope you guys have had an amazing. I hope you guys have an amazing, Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys are doing good for Black Friday. If you guys are out there in them stores buying anything, be safe and be careful, you guys. It ain't worth it. So yeah. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is I got some really, really good news for you guys. I it's a long time coming, to be honest with you guys. So you guys know that I have been looking for an apartment for some months now, right? So last Sunday I applied for an apartment, and it's literally the apartment complex behind my previous one that I lived in. And you guys know I had issues with that. That was what was hindering me from getting an apartment, was my previous complex. They were showing up on my credit score, my credit report, as I owed them, and I did not owe them. So it took me a couple of months to get that removed from there. Actually, they removed it, but it removed it as if I had paid it, which I did not pay it when they thought, when they were saying I did. So it took a few months because I filed disputes with the credit bureau, but they said that they were, accurate, which they were incorrect. I even called the creditor themselves to say, hey, this is an inaccuracy. So I went ahead and paid one of those credit repair agencies to do it, and got it taken care of. So it's off of there, so I don't ever have to worry about that again. So I had applied for my old apartment, and they had denied me, and it said because of credit, which it didn't give a specific explanation what the credits said. Only thing that showed up on my credit report was what I currently owe, which is my credit card, my car note, and I have a loan. That's all that showed up on my credit report, and some stuff that had been closed. Other than that, it didn't show anything. The top three things was my credit card, and my other, like I said, my loan that I have. Those are the top three things, and my credit card and my car note are current. The loan will take care of that when I can, but everything else is current. Like, I'm current. Actually, I'm gonna be about to be current with the loan. I'm actually about to pay them off as soon as I can. But yeah, so I applied for the apartment on Sunday. I actually applied for it after I did my Real Housewives of Potomac review, and I went to the gym after that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm putting this out of my mind. I'm not even gonna think about it. I was like, I was just setting myself up for the worst, that they were gonna call me Monday and tell me that I had got denied, right? So they opened up at 10 o'clock on Monday because it told me to reach out to them for the next steps. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that, because I'm like, it's the same thing that they gave me the first time. I'm like, yeah, we got denied again. But no, they sent me an email and they told me congratulations, that you have been approved. And I was like, wow. So yeah, I've been approved. I had to do a lot of things because they said when my credit got ran, it came up as fraud. So I had to take them a copy of my driver's license and my social security card. So now we're good. The only thing now that I have to do is give them my deposit, as well as show them my renter's insurance. Once we show them that stuff, we are a-okay to move in, you guys. So yeah, in the next few days, we will be in my very own apartment. So yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. It's just been a long journey, and once we do get settled into the apartment, I told you guys I was going to give you guys a story time about my job. So story time about my job will kind of coincide with my living as well. So once I get settled, I'm definitely going to give you guys that story time about my job, and I can even give you guys a little quick update on my job. I'm doing really, really good. Um, I think I have, well, my metrics. My boss and I will be talking about my metrics coming soon because towards at the beginning of the year we'll get our bonus based off of our metrics. So we'll have that discussion, and I'm top person on my team right now. Currently, I'm one of the top closers on my team. So doing good, you guys. But yeah, that's the good news that I want to share with you guys, that I finally found my own place again. So with the reviews, I feel like we're going to get back on schedule to having, like, I'm going to get back to uploading the videos the night that the shows air, right? So that's my goal. And even when it comes to me doing lives, I'm going to do them the same night. And there's one show that I'm going to come back to. There's a reason why I never really can finish it, and I'll explain it to you guys later on down the line. Married at First Sight. Once season 16 starts, I'm going to start back up with Married at First Sight. But I think what I'll do with Married at First Sight is make that review a live video. So if I don't do it the night that the show airs, it'll probably be the next morning. But I'll figure that out as we get closer to season 16 of Married at First Sight, which will be in Nashville. I'll let you guys know more as we get there. But that's it, you guys. That's the good news that I want to share with you guys. So with that, let's go ahead and just get into what's hot and what's trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So this week, we had a lot of sad things that happened this week, and I don't really know where I want to start up at. So let's just start up with these recent shootings that we've been having. I'm just not understanding these shootings whatsoever. So we had one shooting last week, then we start this week with another one. So last week there was a shooting out there in Colorado at a gay club. I think it was called Club Q. I think it's called Club Q, right? So there was this guy who went into the club and just started shooting people for who knows what. I mean, obviously it's hatred, right? He must be homophobic, or it must be internalized homophobia. So he shot and killed 5 people, which rest in peace to them, right? And the patrons, I have to give those people so much praise and so much kudos, because if y'all see that man's mugshot, they beat the hell out of his ass, and rightfully so. So they when he started shooting, they attacked him and they tackled him to the ground, and they subdued him until the cops got there, which absolutely I'm applauding that, because more people could have lost their lives in the process, right? It's just interesting when you think about it, because he was a red flag. He's a red flag because a year prior, and that's my issue when it comes to these people who are able to get these assault rifles. Most times, these people who get them are red flags, because I think they said a year prior that he had made a bomb threat against his own mother and people in his neighborhood, and y'all didn't do anything. And that's my issue, especially when it comes to like these Republicans. They're gonna try to talk about mental health, this and this and that, and it's these red flag laws that are being, y'all want to talk about, let's do these red flag laws, let's do these red flag laws, but y'all are not doing anything to keep these guns out of the hands of these people, and it's just bothersome and it's mind-boggling. Like it's getting on my nerves, right? And I saw where President Biden was like, and that's what that's what a lot of people have been talking about, because there had been a ban on assault rifles under President Clinton, but as soon as the Republicans got some power, they ended that ban, right, that they had on assault rifles. And since that has been ended, now look at it, we have mass killings pretty much on a daily at this point. Because I was listening to the report that they were saying, and I think they said this is like the 600th or something, 600 and something mass shooting this year. And there are only 375 days in a year. So how the hell are they, like, that's just crazy to me. And I know what people, I know what a mass, you don't have to say, well, JB, a mass shooting is such, I know what a mass shooting is. I know what they consider a mass shooting. But if you think about it, more of the mass shootings that are done are committed with these AR-50s assault style rifles. What does a person need with an assault rifle? I'm just not understand. I never understand that. No one's saying take the guns away because that's what these Republicans want to say. They're trying to take your guns. They want to take your guns. No one wants to take the guns. People just want to be safe. Like, you can't go to the club. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't go to church. You can't go to the movies. It's getting to the point that you can't go anywhere in the U.S. at this point because nowhere is safe. It doesn't feel that anywhere is safe, right? And then, since I'm talking about another shooting, there was one that just happened in, where I forget where this one happened, but it just happened, and it happened at a Walmart. So there was this guy. He went into the Walmart. Now they said he was a manager, and he went into the Walmart. They also said he was a bit of a loner, and they still don't know. They don't know what the reasoning was, and they're actually never gonna find out what the reason was. Right? So he went into the Walmart. And he shot and killed 5 people. The youngest was 16 years old, and I was just like, what did the 16-year-old do to you, right? I was so yeah. He went in there. He shot and killed 5 people, and he died of a self-inflicted wound. I was like, are you serious? So you go in there and you do this, and then you take the cowardly way out and take yourself out? That's janky and fucked up. So yeah, there definitely needs to be something done about these gun laws. Definitely something needs to be done. Something definitely needs to be done. I don't know what needs to be done, but there's something that should be done about these gun laws. It's senseless. It's senseless. People are losing their lives because of someone else's hatred or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. And it has to end. It really does. But yeah, that's really all I got. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't want to give the shooters much, like, we want to lift the victims up in prayer. I think now I know that there's some people that did survive. Actually, people survived on both, with both of them. With the Walmart shooting, there's some people, but I think most of those people are in pretty critical condition. So we're going to lift the people up that are still with us in prayer, and the ones who are no longer with us, we're going to lift them up in prayer, and their family and friends. But with that, you guys, let's pause here and let's move forward. All right, you guys. So the next story that I want to talk about is another sad story, and this one just broke my heart, man. This story broke my heart because it's taking me days now to even talk about this one. So this one is the unfortunate passing of a great, a legend to me. He is a great. His name is Jason David Frank. If you're not familiar with him, Jason David Frank is a former Power Ranger. He started on Power Rangers in the early 90s. He started on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He joined the show as Tommy Oliver, the evil Green Ranger in Green with Evil parts 1 through 4, right? So he came on as the evil Green Ranger, and I remember when Green with Evil first aired, I was, oh God. So Green with Evil, that had to be 93, right? I think yeah, because Power Rangers is about to be 30 next year, so 93. So next year, it came on August 25th, 1993, right? Or it came on August of 93. So August of 93, I was 4 years old. I was a 4-year-old little boy. So I remember when that series, Green with Evil, that miniseries aired, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And I remember watching it after school when I got home. And I remember the first time I saw him, and when his eyes glowed green, every time his eyes would glow green, that shit would scare the hell out of me. But yeah, he was one of my favorite. He was actually one of my favorite Rangers of all time. So if you're not familiar with Jason David Frank, he, like I said, he played Tommy. He played Tommy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He's had many different colors. So he was the original Green Ranger. Then he lost his powers in season. He lost his powers. Rita, took his powers back because she created his powers. So he lost his powers, and then in season 2, he still had his powers, but his they were very limited. So he eventually completely lost the powers in season 2, and then he returned as the White Ranger. So he was a White Ranger from season 2 up until season 3. And then in season 3, all the Rangers lost their powers. They were turned back into children, and they had to go on a quest to find new powers, which were the Zeo powers. So he went on a quest, and he found he found his crystal, and with his crystal, he became a new color. He became the Red Ranger, Zeo Ranger 5, and then after Zeo, he continued on as Red. Now, the transition from Zeo to Turbo, I still don't understand it. I still don't understand it because there's a movie called Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and I still, to this day, don't understand why they needed to go from... I know for the show purposes why they had to do it, because the Zeo powers were over, so they had to go with the next Sentai iteration, which was Car Ranger, and we just transferred into Turbo. But that storyline just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, why we changed powers. But hey, so yeah, he went from Turbo to the Red Ranger, and then he eventually left the show. And when he left the show, he transferred his powers to a new guy by the name of TJ, who actually became the first African American Red Ranger. And so he left, so we didn't see Tommy anymore until the 10th anniversary, which was in Power Rangers Wild Force Forever Red, where he assembled a team of Red Rangers to fight the evil machine empire on the moon. So he came back and he reprised his role as Zeo Ranger 5, and then we didn't see him anymore until he returned to the series in Power Rangers Dino Thunder, where he was the mentor of this season, and he became the Black Ranger. And then after that, he's made guest appearances. He appeared in, let's see, when did Tommy return again? So Tommy, after Dino Thunder, he didn't return anymore until Super Mega Force. I'm thinking it's correct, right? Yeah, Super Mega Force. He returned to Super Mega Force, and when he returned in Super Mega Force, he came back as the Green Ranger, but he helped a child, and he had his sword as the White Ranger, Saba. And then after that, we didn't see him anymore until Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. So yeah, we didn't see him anymore to Super Ninja Steel when he returned for another anniversary season. And this time he was able to transform into each one of his forms, where he had a Master Morpher, so he was able to transform into black, white, green, and red. So that was the last time we saw him. And if you guys are not familiar with Power Rangers, then currently they are filming for the 30th anniversary. There's a 30th anniversary special, and there are going to be some returning Rangers for the 30th anniversary. It's going to be Karen Ashley, who played Aisha, the Yellow Ranger, Johnny Young Bosch, who played Adam, the Black Ranger, Steve Cardenas, who played Rocky, the Red Ranger, Billy Cranston, whose actor's name is David Yost, Walter Jones, who plays Zach, and that's it that we know of. And then there's a new girl that's coming in as well. So the 30th anniversary, I don't know if they're complete. I don't know if they finished filming it or not. I'm not positive, but last Sunday I woke up and I was on Facebook, and I don't know why I got on Facebook, but I got on Facebook. No, I didn't. It wasn't Facebook. It was Twitter. Or was it? It's either Twitter or Instagram. One of the two. I got on there, and I saw reports that Jason David Frank had passed away, and I was like, what? So I kind of took it with a grain of salt because it wasn't confirmed at the time. So I was like, we're going to take this with a grain of salt. So I went the rest of the day and I was like, okay. I think maybe 2 or 3 hours later, it was confirmed that he had passed away. And I was just like, what? And he was only 49 years old. I was like, what happened? Like, I was heartbroken, you guys, because like I just said, I'm a Power Rangers fan to my core. I know every season of Power Rangers. I've watched every season of Power Rangers. Even if I don't like the season, I continue to watch it. And there have been so many that I don't like, but I know every single season of Power Rangers, from Mighty Morphin to Zeo to Turbo to In Space, Lost Galaxy, Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, RPM, Samurai, Super Samurai, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge. And then we have, after Dino Supercharge, we have Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers, and Dino Fury. And then we're moving to Cosmic Fury. Like, I know every single season in order. I know the Rangers, I know the Megazords, I know the morphing calls, I know the morphing, I know everything about every season of Power Rangers. There's not anything that I don't know. I know the movies. The Power Rangers movie from 2017, Turbo Power Rangers movie, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. I know everything about Power Rangers. And it just really, really hurt me just to know that I've always wanted to meet Jason David Frank. I always wanted to meet him. Always wanted to meet him so badly. It's just really sad. So unfortunately, Jason took his own life. And in this fandom, and I always say this about the Power Rangers fandom, our fandom can be toxic. Our fandom can definitely be toxic because there are people who say some of the most nasty and disgusting things. And my only thing with Jason is just that I hope that he knew how much the fans loved him and respected him, because he came back so many times and he didn't have to. I think he did that because of his love for Power Rangers. And for that, I gotta say, I love him and I respect him so much. And we are definitely, definitely going to miss you here in Ranger Nation, Jason. So may you soar high and rest in peace, man. You will never be forgotten, and may the power always protect you. So you guys, I'm going to pause here and we're going to move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about, let's just keep on with the track of sad stuff. So you guys know I talked about Shanquella Robinson last week, right? So a lot of stuff has happened since I talked about her last week. So the Mexican authorities have gotten involved in this, and the FBI was involved in it. Now, I heard that there was another video that's out there. I don't want to see any more videos of this situation. And I know a lot of people have been reporting about the fact that the girl that was attacking Shanquella in the first video that I saw, people were saying that she was a transgender woman, and that has been since debunked. That's why I didn't mention it last week, because I didn't know if she was or wasn't, and it really doesn't matter, because what was done is just still heinous as hell, and it was still wrong, right? So the latest thing that I saw is that the Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant for one of her friends, and I don't know who they haven't said who the friend is, right? So there is an arrest warrant issued for that, whoever that person is, right? I hope it's that. I was about to call out her name. I hope it's that young lady. Well, since they said it was multiple people, I don't know, you guys. This story just it's horrible. I just want justice for Shanquella. That's all I really want. What else did I want to say? So yeah, they have the arrest warrant. Now, I'm hearing conflicting stories about when the people showed up, they said that she was not, I've heard that she was non-responsive and she was responsive, right? But then if you look at the autopsy report, listen to what the autopsy report says. She had a broken spine and a crush and her neck and spine. Her spine is come on. That's what blows me is the neck and the spine. Like, how badly were y'all beating on this girl? Like, and like I said in last week's video about Shanquella, the thing was in that first video that I saw with the young lady that was hitting her, when the guy told her, Quella, fight back, and she said no, that should have been that girl's, that was a coward ass move, right? That was a cowardice move to keep, boom, boom, he hitting her, telling her to get up when this girl says, I don't want to fight back. If someone tells you that they don't want to fight back, leave them alone. That's bullying. Like, if you keep pushing somebody, that's called bullying. That is a bullying a person. Oh, I know, and I did see last weekend that they had her funeral. Her casket was beautiful. And a lot of people showed up to show support for Shanquella. Like I said, I just really just want justice for her. That's all I want is justice. And that means that everybody who's involved needs to be in prison. Every single person. Because none of those people that were around her were her friends. They were people that were just leeches. Human leeches. That's all I feel about them. I know that, each of them have deactivated from, detracted from social media, left. Y'all do know that going wherever you want to go doesn't, absolve you from being arrested, detained, and in this case, to be extradited back to Mexico. Ooh. And you know how they say you don't want, Americans don't want to go to an Americans don't want to go to a Mexican jail. Well, good luck, boo-boo. Because I hope they find you guilty. Justice shall be served for Shanquella. And once again, like I said last week, we're going to lift her parents up, her family, her friends, in prayer that they can get through this difficult time. I mean, the girl was just 25 years old. Like, that makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense. But, yeah. I hope they get you, and I hope you spend the rest. I think from what I heard, it's a maximum of 50 years in prison. Ugh. So sorry to you. 50. I don't care how long it is in prison. You deserve every year you get. But let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Todd and Julie Chrisley. So you guys know I previously talked about Todd and Julie Chrisley and their legal battles, right? I think this was back during the summer when they were in jail and they were found guilty of tax evasion, going to them banks and getting them high ass loans and whatnot. Well, they were sentenced this week, right? And yikes, that sentencing that they got, ooh, baby. When I would have heard that sentence, I would have told the Lord, hey, big guy, so you want to call me on home? Because I don't know if I can do that, especially in Todd's case. He got the most years between him and Julie. And, oof, this should be a tale to reality TV, people who aspire to be reality TV stars or people who are on reality TV. Like, y'all are weird. Like Jen Shaw. I don't understand the fascination about getting on a reality TV show, knowing that you've done some illegal things in your past that could potentially catch up to you. Is fame that, are you that thirsty for fame? Obviously so, they are that thirsty for fame because they get these reality shows and they must have forgot the shit that they've done that could come back and bite them in the ass. Wow. I mean, just interesting. So yeah, so Todd and Julie Chrisley were sentenced individually, right? So Todd was sentenced to 12 years in prison, and I was like, God dang. And how old is Todd? Like, he's, you're going to be super duper old by the time you get out of jail. And Julie was sentenced to 7 years in prison. And I know that now I don't keep up with the Chrisleys. I don't know much about the Chrisleys. I just know what my little cousin tells me about them. I did see that their daughter, I think her name is Savannah. Savannah has their son. Now, I think what he's 16 or something like that. I don't know. And then their granddaughter, who is 10, I believe. Now, let me ask a question, because anybody out there who watches Chrisley Knows Best, please let me know. This granddaughter, the granddaughter that they're talking about, is this the one? Is this a little girl that they were talking about a few months ago? The little black one, the little black girl. Is that the granddaughter? Tell me in the comment section. But yeah, they were sentenced to. He was sentenced to 12, and she was sentenced to 7. Yeah. I promise you, I would have shit myself in that courtroom today when the judge said I would have been like 12 years. I'd be like, oh, I would have been on my knees like, Lord, it's time, Lord. It's time. It's time. It is time. There's just no way I can even do 12 minutes. I couldn't do 12 minutes in prison, girl. I couldn't even do 12 seconds in prison. I would lose I would lose it. I would lose it. I would lose it. I would lose it. There's just absolutely no way. But hey, let this be a tale to anybody who is, like I said a few minutes ago, let this be a tale to anyone aspiring to be a reality TV star. Make sure that your closet is clean before you take your ass on TV. Because all that's going to happen is they're going to let you sit on these shows. They're going to let you flaunt these lavish lifestyles. And then they're going to come down and lower the boom on you. Once they have all they need, they're going to be like, oh, okay, you got that. Okay, you got this. Oh, well, let's see when is the last time Todd Chrisley paid his taxes? Oh, he ain't. Oh, but look at this. He got a loan for $1 million. He got a loan for okay. Let's let him continue to do it, right? It's okay. And that's why when it comes to reality TV, not reality TV isn't really reality TV anymore, because people live these lavish lifestyles. Sometimes they're living above their means, or like I said, they're doing illegal things. Like, baby, just go on TV and be your authentic self. That's fine. I think more people would respect that. But hey, who am I to say? Who am I to say, right? But let me know what you guys thought about that, and we gonna move on, you guys. All right, you guys. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is Trey Songz. Ooh. With Trey Songz, it's a situation for me of where there's smoke, nigga, there's fire. Because, I mean, woman after woman after woman keeps coming out saying that you've done things to them. You've abused them, in the physical way, down in the nether regions and stuff. And the latest one is that he physically abused a woman. Like, she said that they were at a club in New York, and he was in a Now, why was he in a women's bathroom? I do not know. Because I'm assuming that they were in the women's bathroom and not the men. Either way it go. What the hell was one of you? I'm thinking it was him that was in the women's restroom. So she said he punched her in the face. God damn. And then he pulled her hair. Ladies. Now he's saying that he didn't. He's denying that he did it, right? Oh. Trey Songz is just an interesting character at this point. Like, I don't know what to believe with Trey Songz, because, like I said, these stories keep coming out. They just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. And like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And you guys can let me know if you believe. I mean, I know there are people who do believe Trey Songz, and I know there are people who don't believe Trey Songz. I don't know how I feel. I genuinely don't know how I feel about Trey Songz. I was once a big fan of Trey Songz, but lately his music ain't been that good to me, so I ain't really saw for Trey Songz. And it had nothing to do with these cases. It's just the music hasn't been there for me. Like, he ain't had an album since, what was the last album that I listened to? It's the one with Panty Dropper on, and I forget what the Trigger, is that the name of the album? I forget. But yeah, that's the last time I listened to an album from Trey Songz. So, but yeah, ladies, if you come in the vicinity direction of Trey Songz, baby, don't walk, don't jump, don't skip, bitch, run as fast as you can, run like hell from that nigga. like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just saying there's some truth somewhere. Like, there are two sides. There are three sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the actual truth. There are three sides to the story. Let me let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just can't get past that. I'm just trying to figure out if he was in a women's restroom, why. It's just interesting to me. Let's pause here and wrap up Hot Topics, you guys. All right, guys. So the last story that I want to talk about is this situation with August Alsina. So August Alsina has been on This Real Life, right? I haven't watched an episode of This Real Life, but I've saw the clips. And this past Monday was the season finale of This Real Life, right? So August Alsina closed out the show. And I saw in the blogs, everybody like, August Alsina came out the closet as gay, and he introduced his boyfriend. So I watched the clip, right? It was on the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, all of those blogs, right? And I watched the clip and I was like, is he really coming out? Because that sounded like a riddle and an enigma wrapped into one. Because I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I do know that he said he found a new way to love, and I was just like, okay. And he said, I want to introduce y'all to the person that I love. So he told the person to come, and the guys came down. They hugged each other, and that was it. I was like, so where did he say he was gay? I didn't see anything of him saying he was gay. I just saw him saying he's introducing us to the person that he taught him how to love. And I was like, okay. You know, August, to me, now if he is gay, that's his business, not mine. I couldn't care less, right? I know people are now saying maybe he was in a relationship with both Will and Jada. I was like, oh my God, you guys. But I just don't know. I mean, it was just an interesting way of talking. It was just a big ass riddle. And I was just like, sir, are you going to explain it deeper? Like, are you going to say that? I don't know. I don't know. I really, truly don't know. Like I said, it was just the most interesting way of talking to me. Do you guys think he came out as gay? Do you guys think that that's his boyfriend? I did see a picture of them together yesterday, but I still am lost. Like, I don't know what. I'm lost. So I don't know if August Alsina came out the closet or not. If he did, congratulations to him. If he didn't, congratulations to him for learning what love is, right? I'm just not sure what that was. I'm really not sure. I'm confused. If you guys are as confused as I am, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, the blog said he came out and introduced his boyfriend. So when I watched the clip, I really was expecting him to say, this is my man. He didn't say nothing like that. He didn't say anything about that being his man. He didn't say nothing. He just said he found a new way of love, found a new way to learn. He learned a new way to love or something like that. It was riddle. So if y'all, let me know what y'all think. I know a lot of people said that they always knew that August was gay. Can we please stop with that? That is one thing that y'all really got to stop saying about, because y'all said it about the Brad, Queen Latifah, and now August Alsina. Y'all keep saying that y'all knew people were gay. That is disrespectful to them. You can say you could say that my suspicions were correct, but stop saying that you knew. Stop. That's rude. That's rude. That's kind of rude, you guys. I just want to put that out there. Send to the person, I knew you were gay. Bitch, what? It's okay if you had an inclination, but don't tell me you already knew. Even if it might have been obvious as hell, Don't say that, you guys. But hey, that's really all I got for hot topics this week. Let me know what you guys thought about the hot topics, the week's hottest topics. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. And we do this every single week. Same time, same place, same channel. And I am your same host. And until next time, you guys, stay, like I said earlier, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys later on for, I don't know if Love During Lockup comes on today. I'm recording this on Friday. I don't know if Love During Lockup comes on tonight, but if it does, I'll see you guys for Love During Lockup. And I will also see you guys for Love and Marriage Huntsville and Real Housewives of Potomac on Sunday. All right, you guys. Be blessed, you guys.